Greetings and welcome back to Reforged. In this video we're going to be reconstructing and upgrading the Gundam Barbatos, as it was the winner from the last poll. If you have any mechanized characters you want me to take a look at on this series, feel free to leave it in the comments below. And with all that out of the way, let us begin, starting with the weapons. Alright, from all my research I found that the Gundam Barbatos has many forms and with it a lot of different weaponry. However, mostly melee stays true to its theme, indubitably. And I found quite a few that have very nice translations into Armored Core. First, we have the giant sword mace. That is described as a giant kinetic melee weapon with a pile driver feature. So I think the best translation for that, of course, into Armored Core would be the pile bunker, which is a kinetic, very strong melee weapon with, of course, its pile drive attack indubitably. As well as it has sported blades before, katanas or swords. And so I think a fitting translation would be the pulse blade, as it's a very nice, simple blade, although not kinetic, unfortunately. And then lastly, we have a giant sniper cannon, which again translates very well to the linear rifle Harris, which is very good normal attacks as well as a devastating charged attack, very reminiscent of what it does in the anime. And then lastly, despite not finding much reference, I just threw on some extra missile launchers. Definitely let me know if I missed anything that could have went on the shoulder that would have fit a lot better for sure. And for the frame, to try to match the aesthetic of the Barbatos, I went with the Alba head, the Melander core, the 40S arms, and HAL legs. And then lastly, slapped on some paint, reminiscent of the Barbatos' color palette, and yeah, I think it looks pretty alright. For the inner parts, for the booster, going with Flugel, which overall has some pretty nice stats, a real nice jack of all trades. However, using it mainly for its melee attack thrust and EN consumption, as if we're going to be a double melee build, getting those melee cancels in is going to be crucial to any type of synergy without weaponry. And why I'm using it over the Kinkaku, which has max melee thrust and higher consumption, is because we're going to use the pile bunker. We need some quick boost in our booster, indubitably. But we'll explain the gameplay loop later. For FCS, it's going with the Abbott, so we have some nice missile lock connection as well as close range, so we can get some natural shots off with the Harris as well as the charge attack being a little more consistent. And then lastly for Generated, Rocket Sentai, as we're going to need max capacity for those melee cancels. And NGI, although you can use it, doesn't have the best synergy with melee weapons, or at the very least double melee, as every melee action will reset its 3 to 4 second recharge, which if not managed properly can be quite a bugger. So natural regeneration is pretty preferable. And then lastly, let's rock in some pulse armor. Alright, for playstyle, these weapons have some pretty nice synergy overall. A little gimmicky, but still very powerful if that gimmick lands. That of course is charge up the Harris, feint in with pulse blade, land a charged pulse blade into the Harris, into a pile bunker. However, going for the melee punish like that, staggering with the Harris and then switching to the pile bunker, usually you won't have enough time to swap, boost in, and charge it up. However, you can make it a little quicker if you essentially switch your weapon and fire off the Harris, or any type of stance fire will cancel the swap animation. So if I click the swap shoot, I instantly have the pile bunker in my hand, ready for the bump, which should give me enough time to actually get the stagger punish as long as I have enough quick boost to actually get in close enough, which overall should look a little something like this. Hit, dodge, swap, shoot, dodge in, and bunk. Takes a bit of practice, and even I don't have it fully down yet. I screwed up a lot, but with enough practice and just some muscle memory, it's not too shabby. And when it is pulled off correctly, it is devastating. However, if the enemy likes to play vertically a lot to evade the pulse blade intro, which can happen a lot, especially if someone's used to fighting this kind of thing, or they're just incredibly light and can dodge away from all of your attempts, you can of course just rely on the missiles and the Harris until stagger is close enough, and even get close, charge up the Harris, and with the charge Harris, which is stagger, into the bunk. So yes, this is my Gundam Barbatos recreation here in Armored Core, adaptation if you will. I shall now take it into the forge and optimize it more for PvP, indubitably. Alright, so for the upgraded variant, of course keeping the same weapons. As I've explained, they have great synergy with each other, and there aren't really any better alternatives for their purpose. However, for the frame, I went ahead and just upgraded the head and lightened up on the core, arms, and legs. And although it definitely makes it a little more squishy, 10k AP, 1100 defenses, and 1700 stability is still decent. And when we have such a mighty combo like this, if it does land, it can one-tap most builds. So putting most of our eggs in that basket, make sure it can land, is pretty vital. And I find with a quick boost of 340, it's often enough to quick boost in and then hit him with the pile bunker. Any lower, and it can be a bit tricky depending on how far we stagger them out. And with this new frame, our our melee cancel speed is upwards of 700, which is very nice, especially if you're catching those lightweight lads. For the inner part, sticking with Flugel, so we get that quick boost, as well as the Abbot and Sentai. But yes, this is Barbatos Mark II. I shall now take it into some ranked PvP and see how it fares. Once again, if you have any mechanized characters you want to see upgraded on this series, feel free to leave it in the comments below and I will make a poll out of my top picks. But yes, without further ado, thank you for watching and enjoy the fights. Alright. The watch point. The Ricky Rat point. What are we facing first? Ooh. Zim Holderman Xiaowei Sweet 16 on reverse joints. Okay. SPD booster, an interesting one. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Pew pew, indubitably. Let's ride. Alright, nice. Yeah, I'm still getting used to the swap timing such combo, but it works. If it don't, it don't. Alright, probably take a stagger here. Nothing too crazy though. Damn, missed the blade. Not very epic. Thankfully it cools down pretty quick. Oh, missed again. Oh my god, I'm so ass. Raw bunk. Imagine the raw bunk. Ah, nice, dude, nice. Oh man, I really need to lock into this combo. I practiced it a little bit, but yeah, we'll see. Alright, back at it again. Hiding behind the cover. Not the Ricky Rat cover. Anything but that. That's a good thing. Although I figured the PA would come out. Let's get some normal shots, make sure it goes way quicker. Nice. Hello. Wait, what the hell? Why'd it take so long to shoot? What the fuck? There we go. Skadoosh. What the fuck? I don't know why my Harris was so delayed. I released the trigger. Maybe it's because I was clicking the bumper at the same time or something. I don't know, man. More time and I will be more used to it indeed. Huh. I'm surprised that missed the ball. Hey, we out here. Flip it in a ball. Dear God. Now we get some distance. Go above him. A little dodge above. A little Ricky Red action. Oh, the raw bunk, baby. Oh my God. Yeah, I got a lot of getting used to this combo to do, but oh man, I do love me some raw bunklebs. Alright. Oh boy, what is this? LCD Zims. That's gonna be rough on a reverse joint. Oof. I love my Zimmy laser cannons, but yeah, it's pretty tough to overcome. And if we cannon this, that'd be kinda nutty. Alright, let's see it. Let's see it. Where we rocking? There he is. There's the Ricky Rat man. Ooh, going for the raw. Oh! Oh, I should pop PA there. Actually, probably just, yeah, skadoosh. There we go. That'll work wonders. I can also probably just melt him with the safe play is to just get him with some extra shots of some Harris bullets. God, lasers, charge lasers especially, are so dangerous. A TA, interesting. I mean, yeah, honestly, TA on that kind of build is definitely where you want to use it. Because with that Zims and those LCDs, that is the time to be alive. That's the time to do it. Get the most out of those 5 seconds. But wow, we actually got him. That's kind of crazy. I'm surprised he's not going for a lot of kicks. Let's see what we can do though. Almost got the combo off first try, but you know. A little more inconsistent when the Ricky Rat is moving around. Alright, let's ride. Oh, we have the element of surprise. Oh no, we didn't do it. I'll get that off at least. The swap is always so hard for me sometimes. I feel like I'm clicking it. Well, I know I'm clicking it, but I guess I'm just not getting the time down exactly right. Even as I've tested it a bunch, it seems that I can just Has a nice generous window, just not insane. Alright, well we can just go for a bunk charge. There we go, like that. Oh no, no energy though. Good God. I no energy for the dodging. Alright, pew pew pew. Let's go for the raw melee, or not the raw melee, but let's go for the attempted combo, so to speak. Oh God. That was spicy. Alright, have at thee. Don't let the missiles hit you too much. Go for the charged again. I mean, to each of their own, I suppose. But I mean, pew pew. Dear God. All right, I forget he has TA, so I can't exactly play around with it too much. You want to pop it first. Go up. There we go. Oof, it's so scary. All right, this will soon finish it, I guess. GG's, man. GG's. It's just so dangerous, dude. I don't want to get anywhere near that. I know it's power. I'm surprised he wasn't going for like Zim, Kick, LCD, Zim, Kick, LCD, or nowhere. That would have been nuts. I like the battle damage. GG's though. GG's. Back at it again. What have we? Oh. Okay. Oh God. Super light, man. All the lightweights stay, man. Double Majestic Chainsaw Huxley. Yeah, okay, so if he hits me with the first Majestic and then switches to the Chainsaw and then lands the other Majestic, I'll definitely have my time. God, Majestic's so hard to dodge as well. We'll have to do our best here. Get some normal shots, force him to get close. Alright, there's the first Majestic out. Which means if he goes so far, the next one, no. Here's the thing about doing this though, it's like, yeah, we get the stagger, but I don't have any energy. Oh man, lightweights have such a good time against this kind of combo. Oh, so I have to use all my energy to feint and actually land the Pulse Blade into the Harris, but it won't matter because I don't have the energy to dodge in for the bunk. If it was another melee weapon, not the bunk, then yeah, it'd be fine, but this is not. There's a stagger, it's not going to reach though. Alright, this should land actually. Not going to get the bunk off, but we don't really need it. Oh, it actually swapped successfully this time, though. That's nice. Alright, here we go. Again. Yeah, that's dangerous. With the Flugel and being such a lightweight, he's got, melee distance with that chainsaw. It's pretty spicy. Almost makes you want to build a similar chainsaw build, methinks. Alright, I don't want to feint too much. We actually landed that. Not enough, unfortunately. Don't fancy letting that stagger go down, even though I don't really care for it that much. Yeah, I don't really care for it, so I mean it can, but I'm just trying to get some little consistent damages. Not the stagger. Thankfully it's not reaching though. Ow. What expansion did he have? Did he have TA or I forget, or just not using his PA or assault? Ouch. I'm just gonna pelt you to death, honestly. Either that or I'm going for a melee, but my energy's been pretty bad considering I've been needing to keep up the stagger. or the my energy anyway to dodge. GG's though, GG's. Oh man, I keep fighting a bunch of like crazy lightweights and makes this combo super hard to land. It is rough. It's good practice though, I guess. Ooh, alright. Laser Orbit Pulse Blade. Lance into Harris. Thicker boy. Although I guess it won't really matter with the combo, as long as I land it anyway. Lance has been pretty popular. Thing I've been going up against. It's kind of hard to overcome too, because if they go for it while I'm coming in, it's pretty hard to avoid. But I can bait it, so we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Let us duel. Charge Harris perhaps. I'm gonna bait in that Lance, but it's not going so saucy. No! Did you hit me before I hit his? I don't see how that's entirely possible. I need energy, otherwise there's simply no point. You bunk. Oh, too slow with it. Too slow with the non-swap. That actually hit me. Alright, so we're lagging. Alright. Not that we can't. Oh, come on! Jeez. Oh my god. Oh. Ah, I hate my internet, man. Shots that shouldn't hit me, and it's so annoying. But it's overcomable to degrees. We just have to be better. It is simply the way of the Ricky Rat. Yeah, I screwed the swap. That's my bad, brother. No. No, do not. I do not want it. Ooh, worth it. Worth it. Worth it, brother. The last ditch lance is great. GG's, man. GG's. Oh my god. The lance's inconsistency matched with like ping differences. Oh my god, it's rough. GG's though, GG's. Alright, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, a huge thank you to my Egg Crusaders, my channel members, Arch, Shadow, Metal, and Magpie. Y'all are absolutely insane, and I appreciate you immensely. All this said, y'all have yourselves a very good one, and peace.